are going to learn Tunisian crochet, or the Afghan stitch. This is a Afghan stitch crochet hook. It looks like a knitting needle, and they come, let's see if I can do that. They're sized. This is size 10. It's so little you can't see it. But it's real long, and it ends with a crochet hook. Okay? I love this stitch. It's really fun and versatile, and you can also make patterns in it with a chart, kind of like cross stitch. So I'm going to make some chains, and I can't use my chunky yarn because I don't have a Tunisian hook big enough, so I'm having to use worsted weight, so just bear with me. I'm going to make some foundation chains, and then I'll come back and show you how to work the stitch. Okay, it's been a minute since I've done this, so just bear with me. Alright, so when you draw up a loop through your chain, it's going to stay on your hook, hence the long hook. I've even made an Afghan on this. That was an adventure. Okay, so we're going to go into the second chain from the hook, and we're just going to pull up a loop. Just like that, okay? And you're just going to do that all the way across. You're not completing a stitch. You're just putting loops on the hook right now. It's really fun. My suggestion would be, if you can find a plastic Tunisian hook, that would probably be great, because this thing is really heavy, and the end down here is really just a weight down there, and it feels really awkward while you stitch. It's fun. You just have to get used to it, but man, this is a really heavy hook. I didn't realize that. It's Susan Bates' hook, which is Crochet Gold. It's really heavy. See how that's working? This is really fun. Alright. And you can find charts and graphs. I think crochetpatternCentral.com has some charts that you can do. You could probably even use a simple cross stitch chart if you wanted to make a picture. And you can do that with single crochet as well. Ooh, we'll have to do that so you can see how to do it. Make sure it doesn't get twisted, that you keep them straight across there. It wants to twist up the farther I go down the line here. Alright, and last one. Don't you like this color green? Isn't that pretty? That's some vintage yarn that someone gave to me, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you if you're watching. Alright, look at that. Alright, now with Tunisian crochet, you don't have to turn your work. Yay, what? Alright, so here's how we finish these stitches. Alright, so we're going to yarn over and pull it through a loop. Alright, and then you yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, so you only pull through 1 loop to start off with. Is that right? I had to double check that. That sounded weird. But the first stitch is yarn over, pull through 1, and then the rest of the pattern is yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And this is one of those things where you have to complete the second row before it looks right, kind of like the star stitch or the waffle stitch. Alright, so you just yarn over, pull through 2 loops all the way across. kind of fun. You get a little rhythm going there after a while. Alright, so now we've made it to the end. That's kind of what it looks like right now. Like a little worm. Alright, now, same thing like we did on the first row, except you see these little vertical bars? I don't think my camera's picking that up. There's one, there's one, there's one. You're going to insert your hook underneath there and draw up a loop. And you're going to do that all the way across. Just retain the loops just like you did before. Kind of hold them on there a little loosely. Like that. Ooh, this is really fun. Y'all got to try this. It is so fun. And it's a different looking fabric once it's finished than, say, a single crochet. But it gives you a solid piece, just like a single crochet, instead of something that has holes in it like a double or triple would have. And it's completely different motion here. I need to find some things that uses this so that you can know how to do it. I'll show you something here in a second. Alright, straighten it out. Let me show you real quick. So here's the book I'm using. You can make an Afghan out of it. I think I'm going to do a page flip with that book. I was trying to figure that out earlier, but I couldn't ever get the glare off of there, so I'll figure that out. Okay, same thing here. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first loop. Now, yarn over, pull through 2 loops all the way across. Getting that little rhythm. This is nice. This is one of those, if you don't have an edging around it, it's going to curl up. I see that. I did a Afghan one time. It had a picture of a little duck in a top coat. It was so cute. I don't know what happened to that. Over the years it disappeared. You know how that kind of goes. I think I have that pattern. I have to find it and show it to you. I might do a flip through of some of my pattern books, but I got to work around copyright with that because I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Alright, so that's how that goes. It's hard to see it because of the tiny yarn that I'm using, but you can kind of see how the little straight up bar is going across there, and it turns into just a solid piece. That is so much fun. Alright, yep, so that's how you do Tunisian crochet. I'm not going to continue on with that, but you get the general idea of how that works. And happy crochet!